Well, hi everyone. So we are working on converting degrees to radians and radians to degrees. That is the goal here. We have the new angle measures of radians, and how to go from one to the other is our goal today. I want you to recall from the last lesson, we should know 360 degrees, around the circle. We kind of look at this. This is 360 degrees. It is also 2 pi radians. So 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. And if I were to divide by 2, I'd have 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. These are two equivalent angle measures. In degrees, it's pi in radians. So if they're two equivalent angle measures, if I take 180 degrees and put that over pi radians, that is equal to 1. Now, normally we don't write the radians. If we write the degrees, it is degrees, and if we don't write any units beside this, it's assumed to be radians. And if I take the reciprocal of that, I've got pi over 180 degrees, pi radians over 180 degrees, that's also equal to 1. So essentially what we're going to do is we are going to multiply by these two ratios. So let's show what I mean here. Well, basically, let's write this in words. To convert degrees, so you have a certain number of degrees, to radians, hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Fine, fine. All right, so to convert degrees to radians, we are going to multiply by 1. Well, what's the 1 look like, though? We are going to take our degrees and multiply by this one, because we're going to multiply by this one because the degrees will cancel out. If you do unit analysis, the degrees will cancel out and you'll be left with radians. And on the other one, to convert radians to degrees, we're going to multiply by 180 degrees over pi, I don't know why I'm not writing that, over pi radians. Okay? Now, let's just do a couple of examples. Let's say we have let's convert 320 degrees to radians. So we would take our 320 degrees and we would multiply it. I just know, I don't always memorize these steps, but I would multiply by pi over 180 because the degrees are going to cancel out. So what do we got? We got 320 pi over 180, and generally we just simplify this, what's left, and make it in terms of pi. when we leave it in radians. So divide by 10, that's crossing off those zeros. 32 and 18, 2 goes into both those. So 32 divided by 2 is 16. I'll leave the pi up there. 16 pi over 9. And this is radians. Again, if you don't write radians, it's assumed to be radians. It's not assumed to be degrees, so make sure that distinction is made. And let's work on the other way too. Let's convert 5 pi over 3 radians to degrees. So we will take the 5 pi over 3, which is radians, and multiply it by 180 degrees over pi. So the radians will cancel out. This is radians, this is radians. The radians will cancel out. I'm going to cancel out the pi's there also. And the 180 divided by 3 is 60. So 5 times 60, that is 300 degrees. The degrees did not cancel out, but the radians and the pi's did. So 5 pi over 3 radians is equal to 300 degrees. So I'm going to leave it like that, but I would like to see you work on this a little bit. In your notes, if you could do, let's have you do number 61, and this is on page 431. Do number 61. It is the conversion. I'll just write it down. A is 20 degrees. B is negative 60 degrees. So we are converting all these to radians. And we'll do 62 as well. A is negative 270 degrees, and B is 144 degrees. Page 431. And then this is convert to radians. And let's also convert to degrees. And let's do 65. We got 5 pi over 12, that's A. B is negative 7 pi over 3. And in 66, I've got 11 pi over 6. It's in radians. That's A. And B is 34 pi over 15. All right. So, and then just have you do this and add to your notes. All right. Have a wonderful weekend.